seen that movie, and spoiler alert, it ends with a closet full of my suits on fire!
Spoiler alert!
Spoilers!
Kevin?
I don't know what happened. I don't think Marcus breathed.
How did we get here? We had some good times, didn't we? Oh, you all lied to me.
What happened?
He knew everything.
I saw what you did to him. You must have hit him over and over and over.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh, I'm so depressed.
Why are you depressed?
I've been watching the third season of Bloodline.
Hello, everybody.
What is that family? What's the family name? Shoot. You're not going to be able to remember it now.
Because you asked.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Jeez. All right, well, welcome to Spoiled with Mac and Catherine, Bloodline, Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. This is your water cooler conversation show about what we're watching, and we're now watching Bloodline Season 3. And so this episode is going to be about the first 2 episodes of the season, and it will be full of spoilers.
Rayburn.
The Rayburn family, thank you. We've only seen, 18 episodes of the show.
They're so...
All right, so what'd you think of episodes 1 and 2? Quick synopsis. Everybody's dealing with Kevin killing Marco. What?
I had forgotten that happened until, you start watching it and you see the little recap that Netflix does for you, to bring you up to speed on what has happened. And
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay. And so it showed Kevin hitting Marco, and I went, oh, yeah, I remember that. I forgot about that. Oh, Kevin.
Okay.
You spend this is what you do. You spend most of your time watching this show going, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin. Oh, Kevin.
Kevin. Oh, Kevin.
Kevin.
You really do.
Kevin.
So, episode 1. Ben, can you get the dog away, please? Sorry, everyone. He's about to destroy this tripod. The camera's on. All right, so episode 1 is mostly like Meg and Kevin trying to call John.
And not just Meg and Kevin, but the mom, too.
And the mom, right?
Everybody trying to call John.
The mom learns everything that's happened. And John is
running away.
Running around.
He thinks he can run away.
Getting drunk and running around or running away. Okay, running over alligators along the way.
Meg is being the girl in the situation and tattletelling to mom about everything that her brothers have done. And so another thing John and Kevin did.
And Kevin is just being a complete F-up the whole time.
And
every
Kevin's
turn.
but you know what? Okay, so I have to say, I appreciate this. I don't know the actor's name that plays Kevin. But he does a fabulous job.
He does a great...
Of, the whole, conflicted...
Sweaty...
I mean, the sense that I should really just go jump in a lake.
Like, he'll be fine one moment, and then he'll be breaking down again. Like, exactly how I would act if I had just killed a cop.
Because, I mean, in that moment, he did it in a fit of passion because, Marco was going to bring them all down. Mm-hmm. But as soon as he did it, he realized... Because Kevin has a real sense of conscience, I think. I mean, he's this terrible, screw up, but he feels bad about it all the time. He hates himself.
Right. Okay. So then, and eventually he runs to the new big heavy,
Gilbert.
Along the way, Gilbert's men have picked up John Leguizamo.
Yeah, Oscar.
Ozzy. I think it's Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Okay, Ozzy. And
they're gonna get rid of him.
They're gonna kill him. Okay. Episode 2 rolls around. Ozzy escapes
by killing the guy that was gonna kill him.
He meets up with O'Bannon, who Kevin and who you find out is the coroner for the sheriff's department.
Yes. Is the cleaner. He's the cleaner for Gilbert.
Yeah. He's the cleanup guy, and they have decided they're gonna try to frame O'Bannon for this because O'Bannon came in. Well, they don't even know that yet. That O'Bannon.
They don't know that.
Saul.
No, they don't know that.
So
O'Bannon
his
came.
prints are going to be on the place.
Yeah.
But he's involved in phone conversations. They find
Yeah,
Marco's phone.
And Eric's been calling.
Yeah, Eric's been calling. So they're going to try to pin it on him. And
Poor
then,
Eric. I feel bad for Eric too. Oh man.
And the cleaner actually shoots Kevin, right?
He's so cool about it. He's like, look, just be still.
Just be still.
Just
all
be
right?
still,
I
man. I
can't
can't promise you where I'm going to shoot you.
And then they're like, shoots him in the freaking gut.
Why would you shoot somebody in the gut?
So that gets John, or finally Kevin, before he gets shot, is able to contact John and tell him, I've murdered Marco, and we need you to come back. And John's like, son of a crap. I knew I shouldn't answer the phone. All right, I'm going to come on home. And before he can come home, Kevin gets shot. And so and you find out that it's the coroner that's been the cleaner the whole time. Big, depressing episodes that I just almost wanted to shower afterwards.
Are we going to see Danny at all in this, other than just hearing his voice a little bit?
We saw him one time in episode
very little
1.
bit.
Anyway, I did not have a good time watching these 2 episodes. I've had a good time with this family in the past, but first of all, it's like the night that will not end. Both episodes happen within the span of...
Forget both episodes, the last episode of season 2 and these first 2
and
episodes.
And they feel like they're happening in real time. Like, that's how I felt watching the show. I was like, geez.
Okay, what about the alligator thing? Like, that was weird, right?
That's supposed to be some metaphor of reminding him that he shot his brother, and sometimes you just... accidents happen, and sometimes you do what you got to do, and I think that's what all that was about. And it was a narrative device to get him out of his truck, to get him on foot, to slow down his escape.
Ah, that's true.
His escape.
His escape. That is true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. So Meg. Meg's just kind of telling Mom, and then going and getting drunk with Eric's sister.
Yes.
In the bar.
That's her job.
That's her job in this. In these first 2 episodes, that's like basically all she's done. She hasn't done really anything else except drive around, almost get herself killed, drunk driving, and then ended up passed out in the bed. That's it.
And then, it's funny. John seeks wise counsel from an old black woman who's also the Oracle.
And he takes a hit off a joint in the car, which chills him out a little bit. Which he probably needed that chill out, considering
if anybody needed it, it was John Rayburn.
What's gonna happen next? So, all right. This happens a lot in shows these days, where we're seeing this sort of cynicism about humanity in general, where once people have started down terrible paths, there's like no redemption.
This is the Breaking Bad effect. That's what you're talking about.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Whereas, okay, so really interestingly, we've been reading a little bit about David Foster Wallace and his sort of commentary on this cynical, these cynical shows that sort of started in the 90s, these anti-heroes, that kind of thing. And now it's kind of turned around a little bit in America, where we have even a show like The Office, right? Where like the Michael Scott character is he's just so dumb. And things could go terribly for him, but the shows always tend to...
Because the characters legitimately care about each other.
Yeah.
And they want each other's happiness.
Right, so by the end, you actually feel good about yourself watching the show.
Yeah.
Even though they're doing stupid stuff, you feel good about yourself. Whereas you get this feeling watching this that I don't know, we've gone so far down a path now. I don't see how anything good
is redeemable.
I don't see how anything is redeemable.
I don't either. Point. And at the point at which I start realizing that, it becomes far less interesting to me.
Right.
As a show.
Where there's absolutely...
Nobody's got any integrity.
No.
Everybody's covering their own butt.
Even so the mom's there, you find out like this has been an issue with this family for, 45, 50 years.
There was a scene between... Was it Kevin and the mom?
Uh-huh.
A flashback?
Uh-huh. No, it was John and his mom.
John and his mom. And what was the...
They were protecting Dad. Remember where they lied about what the dad did to Danny?
Oh, and John asked him, how much longer are we going to have to lie? Or...
Yeah. It was like, we're protecting the family. You do it as long as you have to.
Yeah.
So, okay. So aside from that, from the general sort of blah.
Blah.
What I do love about the show is the performances, which I do think carry it.
Oh yeah, they're all. Nobody is in a different show. They're
No,
all in the same show.
yes.
They're all doing a fine job.
I don't feel like anybody's phoning it in. We're from the South, so we respect a show that kind of, you get the feeling that they've at least tried to portray a good Southern accent.
Yeah, Sissy's basic. You know,
I know,
she's from Texas. She's doing the Texas Southern accent.
Right.
She's not doing the Florida Southern accent.
But like Kevin's character in particular, like I work in a small town ER. I know that guy.
She's seen Kevin.
I've seen Kevin. I've seen that guy. He's from a good family. I mean, fine, upstanding family, but he's gotten somehow caught in this just...
Well, you know, Catherine, they're not bad people. They just did a bad thing. Actually, they've done several bad things.
They've done several bad
they're
things.
starting to be bad people now.
But of all the characters, I kind of feel the most sympathy for Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he does terrible things all the time, but he feels bad about them. Whereas other characters do bad things and they want to justify their actions. I never get the feeling. I get the feeling that Kevin kind of whines sometimes, but deep down he feels terrible about himself and he wants some form of redemption. Mm-hmm. He may end up being our redemptive character. We may by the end see Kevin actually come to some form of redemption in all this. Maybe they all will. So so moving forward with the show, watching the show, and this is the final season, is my understanding.
Okay.
That's my understanding of the show.
Sounds good.
This is it. Is that we'll see some sort of redemption for these kids, that they'll come to some...
These kids?
Yeah, these kids, Kevin, Meg,
Oh,
and
okay,
John,
gotcha.
that these children of this household will somehow come to a redemptive moment where they're able to... Because I think John could be that guy. I think he was that guy as a teenager. And through trying to do the right thing for his family, he kind of got off on the wrong path, thinking that's always the right thing.
So you think John's going to get elected as sheriff?
I don't know that he'll take it. I don't know. I'm not sure. And that's the other thing I like about the show. It does surprise you. Like, you think you've got it figured out what they're going to do next. And then Kevin goes and hits Marco over the head with a dolphin. And you're just like, what just happened? He just hit Marco? And even when John killed Danny, like, I didn't even believe that was going to happen. I mean...
Well, you knew from the first moment, you knew Danny was dead for the first episode.
But did you know that John did it? Anyway, you just remember thinking...
I was quite sure John was going to kill Danny.
But you're just like, man, you hate it for him through the whole show. So anyway, It continues to be... Compelling.
All right, thank you. Well, I hope it continues to be compelling for me as well. I'm going to give it a couple more episodes.
What? No, you're going to finish it with me. There's no out.
You have no right to compel me to finish anything. I have my own TV life, Catherine, outside of you. I'm going to finish the show, whatever.
Thank you.
Anyway, if you like our show, we also have another one called Catholic in a Small Town. You can get that wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to watch this show, you can find it at YouTube. If you want to listen to it, you can download it as a podcast, Spoiled with Mac and Catherine.
That is all correct. We did have a listener that actually emailed us saying, please do Spoiled on Bloodline. I'm almost done with it. I've got to
hear what
I've
we
got
think about
to
it.
hear what you guys have to say about it, and I don't have my phone on me right now. So, listener, we got your message, and so I know you're finished with it. It might take us a week or two because we're just in the middle of crazy town at our house, but we're going to get this finished in the next couple of weeks.
Let us hear from you, please.
Spoiled at macandcatherine.com.
Thank you, and until we talk next time, go and get spoiled.